Hello, what's your name and what kind of job do you do?
My name is Chrissy Hughes and I am a software developer at Atlassian.
Cool. What's the role of a software developer at Atlassian?
We write and maintain software. So a typical day for me would involve looking at what Jira issues I need to work on during the day, opening up IntelliJ and writing some code. I will then put up a pull request for people to review my code, and I will review other people's code as well. We have a few meetings sometimes to make decisions, or we have like whiteboarding sessions, sparring sessions if we have a difficult technical problem that we're trying to figure out. So we'll like draw it up and work out the best way to approach it. Yeah, that's pretty much what I do.
Cool. What experience, skills and qualifications are needed to obtain/hold a position in this area?
So I have a Bachelor of Computer Science from Sydney Uni. I also have a Bachelor of Science in Maths, but that wasn't very relevant to my position. That said, we do have people who work here that don't have bachelor degrees, and it hasn't limited their career path in any way. When we interview, we're mostly looking for people who are able to actually perform the work rather than have a specific qualification.
Sure.
So what is the importance of communication to our job, like in particular in relation to leadership and group work?
Communication is pretty important. If you can't explain what you're thinking or how your code works, then it can be really difficult for others to kind of get on the same page as you. So yeah, it's definitely important.
Would you work with someone who had like strong technical skill but poor communication skills?
Well, I don't really get a choice about who I work with. Someone with strong technical skills but poor communication skills would be difficult to work with because it would be hard to kind of relate to them, to work with them. We do pair programming sometimes, which means that it would be difficult to work next to them doing that. That said, strong technical skills are definitely needed in this job. I think that if you had the reverse, for technical skills but strong communication skills, I don't think that would be enough to hold.
So how's your communication skills developed over this career?
That's an interesting question. Well, I think my communication skills were reasonable from the start, but I've definitely learned a lot of things. Firstly, there's a lot more communication asynchronously and through the computer than normal, than I would have expected. So we talk a lot on our chat program, Stride, and we communicate a lot over our pull requests. So you can write comments on people's code and say, oh, I think this should be changed, or that kind of stuff. And so because you've got that not face-to-face method of communication, it can be difficult to make sure that what you're saying isn't coming across too harshly, that kind of thing. So I think that I've improved a lot in that area.
Okay. What are some challenges that you've encountered at work? And are there any ethical ones in particular?
I think that with ethical challenges, the biggest one is that you've got to make sure that everything that you're doing is going to benefit the customer. We've got, you can see our values over there. We've got the third value there is don't screw the customer. So it's basically saying that when you make decisions that you could think, oh, it might be easier for you to do it this way, or it might be quicker. But if that's going to screw over the customer, then it's probably not worthwhile doing. So yeah, those are kind of the ethical considerations that we have. Because we build software for other software developers, we've just got to, we don't have that many huge ethical issues. I guess one of the big ones that's been coming up recently is GDPR, which is a new law in Europe, which says that everyone has the right to be forgotten. So if they want to delete their account, you should be able to delete all instances of them in your product. So you shouldn't have like old comments that are left by them and have their name on it, that kind of thing. And so making sure that our software is compliant with that has been a real big task. So we work with Java, that kind of thing. So there's a lot of kind of knowledge about the platform that you're working with, and specific details about that, which I find quite challenging. On the other hand, there's more, I think they're more interesting challenges, which is like trying to work out problems, solving problems. Things like what's more efficient, what's the most efficient way of doing this. Is there any clever solution we can come up with to do this efficiently or smoothly, that kind of thing.
Meeting time, like deadlines challenge.
Yeah, like coding design challenges, yeah.
Could you possibly describe what a typical working day looks like for you? Like what sort of tasks you have to accomplish in a day?
Yep. So I work on the product Bitbucket, which is a source code hosting tool. So people will push their codes to Bitbucket. They'll use it to do code reviews, that kind of thing. So on a typical working day, I'll use Git to host all our repositories. I use IntelliJ as an IDE, and I use Bitbucket itself actually. So it's kind of a bit weird because we use Bitbucket to build Bitbucket. It's a bit weird like that. So we kind of get the latest changes that we make to Bitbucket, and we kind of we call it dog fooding. We use the product itself before we actually push it out to customers. So we're able to we're kind of like early alpha testers in that sense. So yeah, I use Bitbucket a lot as well. Some other tools we use, Jira, which is another Atlassian product. We use that to track tasks and break down tasks and that kind of thing for a project. We can also use that for like sprint planning, which is so if you've got like 2 weeks, you've got to try and get this amount of stuff done. You work out what issues you're going to bring in, what's your goal of the sprint, and so we'll work out based on your previous team velocity. Is this achievable? Do you need to bring more issues in or take more issues out? That kind of thing. And so yeah, we use Jira a lot for that. For our code, all of our code has to be tested before it merges into master. And so we use Bamboo to run automated tests that actually then posts the build result back to Bitbucket, and so we'll have like a little build section on our pull request that has a green tick and says, yep, the builds are passed. And we have like a merge check that you can't press the merge button for your pull request unless the build has actually passed. So we use Bamboo as well. Other than that, just general like Unix tools, Bash, that kind of thing. Yeah.
Okay. Is the role you currently hold what you wanted to obtain while you were studying? Is that what you plan to do?
It's funny, when I started studying, I wasn't really sure what I wanted to do. That's why I did a double degree. When I finished uni, I did an honours degree, and that involved like a big research project, and I really, really enjoyed that. And so I was hoping that I'd be able to find something more in that kind of area. And coming here is actually nothing like that at all. But that said, it's actually really enjoyable and really fulfilling. So I think that even though it's not kind of similar to what I wanted to do, I think I still get a lot of fulfillment out of it, and it's definitely what the degree kind of trained me to do.
So you'd say you definitely enjoy your job?
Yeah.
Okay.
How frequently are employees fired from your field? Fired.
Fired. I don't know. I'm not a manager, so I don't have a lot of visibility into that.
I think it's the
I'm not sure. I think that most people that we work with here are very high caliber, and are very conscientious. So I don't think that happens.
Is your workplace environment is casual or formal?
Very casual, yeah. So we don't have like any required uniform or like collared shirts or anything like that. We can just wear whatever. Yeah, it's very casual. We have flexible working hours, so I don't have to come in at a certain time, leave at a certain time. As long as I put in the right amount of work, then they're okay with that. I can take breaks whenever I want. I can work from home if I feel like it. They provide food at lunch, so I don't have to go out and buy food if I don't want to, and free drinks, all that kind of stuff, and in the evenings free alcoholic drinks as well. So yeah.
So good. Okay, that's all.
My